Good evening. So today I am going to be sharing with you my presentation on professional development, specifically with the ISTE and their conference and different things that they provide to educators. So my name is Rachel Brown and we will go ahead and get into our presentation. So the ISTE stands for the International Society for Technology Education, and it is a group that exists to help educators use technology to improve their education experiences for all students. They use lots of different things for this, such as blogs, they have podcasts, they have journals, conferences, books, pretty much any way that they can think of to reach educators that they have taken advantage and used that to their best abilities. And the ISTE also focuses on evidence-based learning and thought-provoking events to help guide their educators' experiences into learning new things. So I'm going to just give a brief overview of 3 different sources that they kind of have available to educators, and then we will go from there. So the first one that I have is the Journal of Digital Learning and Teacher Education. And this is published in partnership, the journal is published in partnership with the ISTE Professional Learning Network. And this is published quarterly, digitally and in print. So you can buy a copy of it that will be mailed to you, or you can look at it digitally online, and that is published 4 times a year. And this focuses on current trends, specifically to prepare pre-service teachers and pre-service teacher educators on how to thrive in technology-filled classroom environments. So this journal is specifically geared to people who are in college courses to become a teacher, or they are someone who are teaching those pre-service teachers to kind of help give them a better overview of education with the technology focus. From this journal, pre-service teachers can expect to learn several different things. They can expect to learn about the emerging technologies and how to integrate them into their future classrooms. They can learn how to network with other emerging teachers, and they can also learn some lesson plans and some ideas like that of when they are beginning to write lesson plans, kind of looking at some ideas from some veteran teachers and gaining ideas from that. And with this, I believe that students will really benefit in the long run as long as their pre-service teachers are up to date on their current learning technologies. So if the pre-service teachers are keeping up to date with articles and the new publications and the newest technologies that are available to them, I really think that their students will thrive on this. The next thing that I have is the ISTEU, which is short for their university program. This is a group of online platform courses that are made to help educators in their classroom experiences, and this is more geared towards current educators in the classroom. These courses are made to allow educators to complete them on their own time when available, and the prices for these range from $64 for an individual class, or educators can buy a bundle of many different classes for $299. With this, I see several benefits. The biggest benefit is that teachers can pick and choose specific courses that they can use to improve themselves as an educator. So for example, if I were to see one about coding and I'm going to teach my students how to code, I could just pick that one course and learn that one course. Or if I'm new to this and I'm really wanting to improve myself as a well-rounded education and technology-focused teacher, I can do the bundle of lots of courses and learn from there. And with this, I can really see students of all populations benefiting from this resource because there's really classes available for any level educator and any level student. The final thing that I'd like to talk about is something that I think is really cool from a former SPED teacher's mindset like myself, is the fact that most of their lesson plans actually provide adaptations that are making them friendly towards our special needs students and our students who are on grade level or even above grade level and excelling. So ISTE provides lesson plans for teachers to be able to use, for example, like that example that I used of coding earlier. If I am a brand new teacher who is just beginning to teach coding to my students and I'm a little overwhelmed and not really quite sure where to start, I can go to the ISTE website and they can provide me lesson plans from actual teachers who are teaching in the classroom. And many of these lessons also include adaptive elements to include learners of all abilities. So it includes the adaptive elements for students who are maybe struggling to catch up with the rest of their classmates and how we can make it easier for them. But then it also includes ways to accommodate learners who are maybe excelling and a little bit ahead of their students and their peers who kind of need that little extra challenge to kind of help keep their mind engaged. From these adaptive-friendly lesson plans, teachers can expect to learn new ideas from other educators to help further themselves, and teachers can also be open to different ways to adapt lessons that they may have not have thought of before. And with this one as well, I can really see that all student populations benefiting because there's classes and lesson plans available for all grade levels and subjects. The last thing that I'd like to talk about is the ISTE conference, and this is something that happens once a year, and it is a way to connect with like-minded educators and to kind of network yourself a little bit more. This specific year's conference theme is Elevating Equity, where all presentations are surrounded by the idea of engaging students on an equal level, no matter their background, socioeconomic status, or race. And here are my references.